just our football show. Me and Zachary, game time, Gretch above me today. We're going to be going over our 5 overs and 5 under season-long bets from this NFL season coming up. Zach, how you doing today?
We're doing great, and we're doing great. Great to the point of understanding that this Thursday is the mark of the 2025-2026 NFL season. And that means a lot of heartbreaks for a lot of fans. And that also means fantasy is back too. And I got a couple of drafts coming up. So you know how it is, man. And it's going to be great content from here on out from both of us.
I should say this now. Our fantasy league is in our Discord. If you want to join that, you could click the link in the description down below on the YouTube side. We have our Discord league Wednesday. We're trying to fill it up, man. We got 10. We need 18 because we're running a chopped league. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. You know what a chopped league is? Did I even explain what it is to you?
No. Let me hear it.
So pretty much you don't play head-to-head, right? So at the end of the week, whoever's the lowest scorer just gets chopped from the league. And then all their players become free agents, and we have to bid to get them.
Okay.
Pretty
Sounds
fun.
official, man.
Seems like a cool league concept. We also, I feel like, have to address the elephant in the room before we start talking about these fantasy bets. Your boy, the Cowboys.
Really? You're going to start to show like this?
No, and I'm not even trying to send a stray or nothing because I've actually talked to some Cowboy fans who are happy about this. So I want to know where you're kind of at with this deal, with this trade. What do you think?
Football is a business.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, regardless, players come and go. There's a franchise so much behind Jerry Jones. I wish I had a Netflix icon right here, but I'm going to point it like that because there's a documentary about how this man has done business his whole entire career. And, hey, there's a Boom Fantasy. That's good enough. Hey, Boom Fantasy, make your picks, prize picks, use the code RTP to play, and you can win $100. Anyways, yeah, boom.
No, my bad.
Yeah, no, I honestly think, Micah Parsons, great player. Hey, Green Bay, you got a good one. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. Now, those draft picks better cash in. That's all I can say. And we'll see. But, again, I said 10 wins on this season. A lot of my friends were giving me backlash saying, you're crazy. You're absolutely delusional. No, I said maximum 10 wins, minimum 8 wins. That's how the Cowboys will play this season. And again, I said they'll be a wild card team. That could even be third place in the division. Okay, fine. But wild card team.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's how I feel.
There you go. And then the last thing before we get into these bets, I actually bet for tonight's game as well. Are you going to be watching Bill Belichick's debut tonight?
Of course, man. I got my draft 8 o'clock. So, and I picked up a shift at work. And it starts at 5:30, so I'm gonna catch the game. It literally starts at 5. I'll be able to get off work and still watch it. So,
hell yeah.
Bill Belichick to UNC. Hey, man, I want to say one thing. If he can still coach the way he knows how to coach, then college football, beware, because that man is brilliant. And let's see what the players absorb through it, man. Because that's big. Bill Belichick's in a dynasty, man. So,
have you caught any college football this season?
Of course. The upset from okay, well, first let's start Texas versus Ohio State. I watched that whole thing at work, and my goodness.
What's up, Steve?
Ohio State's front seven is disgusting.
They're wild.
They are disgusting. They are the reason where it's going to wreak havoc. Any of those SEC and Big Ten front lines, beware. I don't care who you're playing. But again, I want to say this, and I think Johnny Manziel said it, and I liked what he said. People were like, oh, boo-hoo, whatever. I'm like, Johnny Manziel won against Alabama. Let's not forget that. He won against Alabama in his career when Nick Saban was coaching.
Go.
Nobody is afraid of Alabama anymore. Nobody. And you can take this as a clip, even when we're starting. Nobody's afraid of Alabama. I'm sorry. I like you, Kalen DeBoer. I think you're a great coach. I think you should have stayed at Washington, though. You had a great thing going over there. And you came over here. I get you had Jalen Monroe. I get you had your time. You're doing great. But now, when you have no players right now, it's going to make you 10 times harder to coach.
I
and
was in
you
a.
just lost to Florida State, man. Like Florida State, they're great. Don't get me wrong. That's not a hot take. I'm just saying Florida State's great. It's like they had Jordan Travis a couple years back, and they were doing great. So Florida State is on the resurgence. They had a not a great season last year, but hey, that's a whole other discussion we can have too about college football. Yeah.
Dude, I was rooting for DJ last year. I watched Rayola on Thursday open up the week. I missed Colorado on Friday, and then you know how it is, Zach. As a fellow boyfriend, once football comes back, your girlfriend wants to plan everything. So Saturday, I missed damn near every game. I watched like quarters of the Ohio State game. I watched a quarter of the LSU Clemson game. I missed the Alabama game, but that quarterback like just looks like a bum as far as like the way his like he just looks like a bad college football quarterback. Mayfield should have stayed in Cleveland. Facts. And then yesterday, I wanted to watch South Carolina, and I was mad I missed it, but I had some buddies come over to watch wrestling, and then I ended the night watching the whole Notre Dame game, and that was an amazing game, bro. CJ Carr looked great, even though they ended up losing. I'm trying to remember, was that LSU? Notre Dame, LSU? No, it was Notre Dame. Miami, and Carson Beck looked good. Carson Beck is back. So I'm lit for that as well. Shout out Notre Dame. Shout out Carson Beck. And I love both the coaches for those teams. But for tonight, I took the North Carolina quarterback to hit his over on passing yards and the TCU running back to score a touchdown. I think we're going to have a high-scoring night. I think this is going to be a game that everyone's watching. It's Labor Day. Everybody's off. We're going to see really Saban proves in college football, it's all about coaching at the end of the day.
Yeah,
so we're going to see if Belichick is really – if he's still like that, So if they are, maybe North Carolina could start, maybe not be a powerhouse, but be one of the top 2015 teams. What the hell? Okay, making memories. I was about to pop that on the screen too, but we're good on that. Yeah, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and I think North Carolina is going to pull it out. So if you want to tail my bet, you can head over to Boom Fantasy, use code RTP for a risk-free bet up to $100. It's the only betting platform where you could 100 times your money on a two-leg parlay. I don't do math. I do sports. That sounds like a deal to me, brother. Let's talk about our 5 overs, 5 unders. What's good, Pure? Shout out our trivia champ. Pure, I'm going to get you your Amazon gift card probably today or tomorrow. I'll send that over to you.
You heard it. Pure Crayons, you heard him.
He's back-to-back winners. Our only 2-time winner in the Discord chat. Shout out Pure Crayons, man. We have our Discord trivia daily. I'm going to probably start it later this month, but we do our monthly trivia. Winner gets a $25 Amazon gift card. Let's talk about overs and unders. I want to talk about my favorite NFL team is the Texans, and above me, I have a Cowboys fan.
Packers winning the Super Bowl. Okay, here we go.
You guys at the homeless shelter? Yeah, I stay one room down from your mom.
No, you should have seen Making Memories.
Oh, yeah, this Making Memories is wild. Making Memories is wild. Okay, yeah. My first bet on Boom Fantasy, I'm going to take Brock Bowers over 999 yards. That one just felt like the easiest one to me. I think he's going to hit 1,000 this year. I think that team's going to be decent. That's good, Jared. Welcome back, brother. I think the Raiders are going to be decent this year. I have a lot more notes on some of these other ones, but when I saw the Brock Bowers 999 yards, that just felt like the easiest over of my life, especially with them not having Devontae anymore. It's like, as far as the passing game goes, it's Jacoby Myers and Brock Bowers. So, shit. Jacoby Myers might go over 1,000 too this year, but Brock Bowers for damn sure is going over 1,000. So give me Brock.
Oh, 100%. No, I think that's a great take. I mean, Brock Bowers could have easily eclipsed a 2,000-yard season. He's playing like a receiver every single time he steps onto that field. And don't get me wrong, I don't care what people say. Brock Bowers is the best tight end coming into the season. And that is no joke and whatsoever. If you have a chance to draft him on your fantasy, you're taking that opportunity because he's going to get you that points.
He finished as the wide receiver 6 last season. Like, if he was a wide receiver, he would have been number 6 at the tight end position. Commanders overperformed last season. They'll contend for a wild card spot. Okay, well, we'll talk about the Commanders. I got a Commanders bet for you. What do you feel like is your most guaranteed lock, Zach?
My most guaranteed lock. You still see me, right? Because I'm looking up some stats.
Yeah, I can see you.
All right, perfect. I just want to say. So my first one is Lamar Jackson's over 763 and a half rushing yards.
Okay.
That's for sure. Gonna be one of them. But I think honestly, if you're gonna say my most confident one, it's gonna be Josh Allen's. Josh Allen's over 3,763 and a half passing yards. I'm taking
Yeah.
that for sure because Josh Allen, my friend, Josh Allen had around relatively, I think, 3,700. Let me check right now. I was looking at that. Yeah, 3,731 passing yards last season. And he's had 4,000 since 2021, 2022, 2023, over 4,000 and a half passing yards, even
Low ass
2020,
lines.
dating it back. So that's a whole lot of passing yards. And I am betting on that he is going to eclipse it again because Josh Allen, yes, Josh Allen's my favorite quarterback.
So you just bet on your okay, that kind of gives me a little point I want to make. If you're betting, like I hate when dudes just go off what they see on YouTube. And I know we're making content on this, but
Yeah.
bet on your guys, bro. Bet on the guys you want to root for. Because if you took Josh Allen's under, then you might be rooting for something that you don't want to root for at the end of the day. Bet on the dudes you want to root for. Jack Beck will finish with the most catches and yards as a wide receiver for the Ravens. I'm not mad at that whatsoever. I think Jack Beck could have a good year. He's sneaky athletic. What do you guys think? What team will have the best record in football? We have a previous video on that, so make sure you check that out as well. I'll go with an under just to get you a little bit, Zach. I saw this line and I thought this line was really high. And I'm not questioning this guy because we've seen him put up the stats before. But Dak Prescott's line being at 3,950 passing yards, I thought was extremely high. I think it'll be tough. I think it'll be tough for him to hit 4K this year. The Cowboys don't look amazing, and they're playing in a tough division. There's a lot of factors that go into that. There's even questions about him ending the season as a starting quarterback. If it's ugly, he's definitely not hitting that 3,950. And then there's the no run game. So it's like they're going to throw it a lot. But the throw is going to be locked down because no one's expecting the run. No one's taking the run seriously. Yeah, and I also, in comparison to a lot of the guys like Josh Allen, for example, his line being at 37 and Dak's being at 3,950 makes me feel more confident with taking this under.
No, and I agree. You're going to hear it. We're going to look at our right as journalists, our right as content creators is going to be honest. It doesn't matter about the favoritism. And at the end of the day, people can say, oh, what I'm saying. Well, what I'm seeing from a stats-related point when I watched at the training camp was that, that O-line is atrocious. Yeah. Let's not beg it to you. The Rams' young defensive line, which I think they're going to be top 5 this year, that defensive line is absolutely disgusting from all the way to the defensive ends, to the defense tackles, nose tackles, whatever. But that's not what I'm trying to say. Basically, what I'm saying is you're absolutely right. Now, I think what I could do an over off, and I didn't put this, I said maybe it's passing touchdowns because Dak's going to have to throw, he's going to have to score at least 20, 28 a game in order to win, And I'm not saying, I'm not saying that's doable or whatever, but I'm just saying CeeDee Lamb, if you draft him too in fantasy, that's the biggest thing. It's you have to bet on something on passing touchdowns. But he at least 300 passing yards a game, Dak Prescott's got to do.
Dak Prescott's passing touchdowns on Boom Fantasy, shout out Boom, use code RTP, is at 26.5, which I think that's reasonable. That's reasonable for him to get. I'm not mad at that. I don't know if I would bet on that, but I don't think it's unlikely. He could throw for that next season for sure. I think it's just
my under and my under on this, Ant, is the biggest one everyone's going to talk about. So let's say this. It's going to be a little segue, and then I want to answer Jared's comment over here. But I think the biggest segue is when you are a Madden NFL cover athlete, you have the injury curse. And I don't care who you are. I mean, Josh Allen, quote me if not wrong, I'm pretty sure he was on the cover at one point. I don't know if he got banged up a little bit, but there's only a few players that have broken that Madden curse. But Saquon Barkley, I'm sorry, you will be plaguing some injuries, okay? And the under, it was saying if he's going to reach over 1,400 rushing yards, he's going under. He might eclipse 1,000. Okay, I think that's more valuable than 1,400. He had an amazing, monstrous season last year, but this guy is going to miss at least 2 to 3 games. And there's just no way about it. When you become the Madden cover athlete, it's the odds of you getting hurt are really high. We saw it with CMC last year, and with running backs, it's even more highly likely because they're used a lot. And Saquon Barkley is the Eagles' offense, besides the tush push. Thank you.
I think Aiden for the Lions will want to get back on track on that nasty injury he had. Facts, but Zach doesn't like the Lions, so don't even say that.
I love the Lions. You're just saying that I don't love them just because I dropped them out of my top 10 and put them 7. I'm trying to humble Detroit, bro. I'm trying to humble Detroit because they need to be humble. They've been there to the biggest stages. They got knocked out the first round this past year. They were what? The NFC Championship the year before, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's humbling somebody. That is humbling somebody. And they need to be humbled. So I'm just saying, I think they're great. I think they understand that, but that defense needs to answer questions. Okay.
Yeah.
Right now, they look like the modern Cowboys if they were fully healthy. Okay? That's exactly how I see it. Higher powered offense, great, but when it comes down to matter in games, you're just not showing up.
I just wanted to test your G there. I just wanted to test.
No, I know you do. I have to spit it where I have to spit it, bro.
I gotta troll you a little bit. It's not an Anthony stream without trolling my co-host.
Always. But anyways, that's what I feel. And who do you think's gonna have the best record? Okay, well, relatively on paper, what I think this: if they're healthy, the Eagles can be it, or I think the Ravens.
Okay, I like
Mark it and book it. Eagles or Ravens, okay? The best record. Don't know the record, that's the best too. But anyways, what's your next over in?
I'm gonna give you an under actually, because you were talking about Saquon's injury. I got one guy that I have under on for injury reasons, and that's Breece Hall. He's not currently hurt, but Breece Hall's a guy that I feel like consistently gets hurt. His rushing yards line right now is at 875 yards. I'm taking that under because I think this is going to be the year Braylon Allen takes over. Breece Hall is in rumors of getting traded, so we don't even know where he's going to be at. And last year he got 876. So I don't think he could consistently get 875. My big reasons, though, are the trading Braylon Allen and him being injury prone.
Yeah, that's the under? Braylon Allen?
I'm taking Braylon Allen's probably over, but I would take Breece Hall's under 875.
Okay, so both Jets, am I right? Both Jets running backs, you're thinking, right?
Oh, I'm not betting on Braylon. Not betting on Braylon.
Oh, okay.
I'm betting on Breece Hall's under. I'm betting on Breece Hall's under.
Okay, sorry, I wanted a chance because when you say Breece Hall, that means another injury-prone running back too. So last of expectations. My bad on that. So I think that's valuable, man. I think look at Breece Hall is on his last line in the NFL, man. If he doesn't produce this year, in the next couple of years, that man's gonna become a backup running back. You know my best comparison I was telling my friends the other day? Raheem Mostert. That's Breece Hall. Fast, twitchy, but when it comes down to it, off of injury-wise and like lack of productivity, he can't stay healthy. That's what I feel like Breece Hall's ceiling could have been with Raheem Mostert type, because Raheem Mostert could have been really, really good. That's what I meant.
I was questioning for a second. I thought you were saying he's going to be. I thought you were saying he could be out the league, and then you said Mostert, and I was like, bro, Mostert's been in the league for like 40 years.
I get what you're saying. He's in the league, but he won't start. He won't start if he doesn't produce. But I think Raheem Mostert right now is battling for his second spot on the Las Vegas Raiders, like for running back too. So at the end of the day, it's like that's the ceiling for Breece Hall. I feel like it's like he needs to be the guy that he's supposed to be.
And in the NFL, bro, you got a new toy like Braylon Allen. Like you're gonna want to use him. Breece Hall. We've seen what Breece Hall is the last couple of years, and Breece Hall again. I'll say this is a great running back, and I almost put down his over on receiving yards because I thought that number was low. But I just think the rushing yards, it's going to be a lot of Braylon Allen, punch. Because Justin Fields could give you those explosive runs. Braylon Allen could be more of all right, we know we're going to get 4 or 5 yards from this guy. That's why I ended up going with Breece Hall. That's my take. How many have you given? Am I behind you? Can I give another one?
I'm only giving you 2.
Oh, okay. Go ahead then. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm checking this one off, so I keep myself in track real quick. I think I'll give another under, and then I'll go over. So my another under, and you're gonna like this one because everyone's talked about it. It's the talk of the century. Okay, Travis Kelsey.
Oh, I don't like this.
You are not getting 700.5 receiving yards this year. You are getting 500, and you're focusing on your wedding with Taylor Swift, and you're gonna focus on that looking into the opening the door of retirement. Is that the hottest take I think I could take? Maybe. But what I saw from him last in the postseason, the man looked like he disappeared like a white ghost, man. He's looking taking like he's taking a step back, and that's fine because he deserves his time to shine. I mean, Travis Kelsey has been dominant in the league, and we can't say that he hasn't. But this last year, he was taking a step back, especially in the postseason. He was losing a lot more of the receptions and wasn't that big of a red zone target. And I don't know. I want to hear your thing on that, but I think it's an under for sure. He's under 700 yards, and this is going to be the limelight, the twilight year. I think Travis Kelsey is done after this year. I really do.
Chat, what do we think about that? Because there's two boats I'm in with this, right? You said the line is 700?
700.
He's never gone under 800, bro. Like that's a tough, so this is the thing, right? This is the game you got to play when you're betting. 700 seems so low. Do the sports books know something we don't? You know what I mean? Like, is he going to go under that? Is this a trap to take the over? Or do they know that everybody hates Travis Kelsey because they hate Taylor Swift and they hate the NFL coverage? So they set a low line so they know people will go under it. I don't know the answer to that question. But I will say, if I'm just looking at football, this dude has never gone 800 yards. They said Rashee Rice is going to get suspended for how long? 4 or 5 weeks?
Yeah, somewhere around the line like that. I'll get back to you. Just keep talking. I got you.
I think with him being out, Travis Kelsey is going to have to be their number one target still. Shout out Xavier Worthy, but I don't think he's a get 8-9 catches a game type of guy. And Travis Kelsey has shown that he could be that. And I think with all the talk that happened last season and how disappointing he looked, it's going to be tough for him to not bounce back.
It's even more than 4 games. Rashee Rice is 6.
That's tough.
That's like you're losing your best weapon. You're losing your best weapon. You're losing your best weapon for 6 games, bro.
When did they post that?
I just saw this right now. I looked at an article.
Never mind. I asked that because I wanted to see – because you did yours earlier in the week, right?
Yes, I did.
I wanted to see if they bumped the lineup after that, but they didn't. It's still at 700. I think I would take the over on this. I'm not going to lie. I think Patrick Mahomes will still Travis Kelsey. I think.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. You go ahead. I didn't have nothing to say. I was really
I think you're right, but I also think you have other players, and I'm not saying that Patrick Mahomes doesn't target Travis Kelsey. That's never that's a security blanket. That is the guy when everything hits the fan and it goes wrong. It's Travis Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes. But I think he gets 680 yards. I don't know how I feel of me going into the season feeling like Travis Kelsey is going to get racket yardage. But you know what? I want to be wrong. I just feel like what I saw from last season, I don't know what it was. Maybe he was battling an injury. But at the end of the day, hey, if I lose one under and that's the wrong one I do, oh well.
And I'll say this. I feel pretty good about the 700. But if he got under 700, I wouldn't be surprised. I would be like, okay, this is his natural aging out of the league season, Yeah. But I just think there's too many factors in Kansas City, and Mahomes is one of the biggest ones. Let me go with one that doesn't have a lot of factors, right? This is just a fun one that I saw on there, and I was like, dude, I feel like I have to use this one just because I took Puka Nacua over 0.5 rushing touchdowns. Just give me one rushing touchdown this year, Puka. Last season he had 12 touches. He had a touchdown. And the season before that, he had 11 touches with no touchdown. You give him 12 touches, I think he gets one if he gets another 12 this year. I don't see them using Devontae Adams in a running back receiver role. Similarly, Cooper Kupp got some touches in the backfield before. I don't see them doing that with Devontae, but Puka, I do, and I see it more. I think it'll ramp up this year. Maybe he goes up to 16, 17 touches. Well, sure, I'm playing a crapshoot here, but again, like I said earlier, boys, like don't bet thinking, oh, I'm going to win $10,000 off this bet. Bet with the mindset of having fun, and if you have Puka Nacua over 0.5 rushing touchdowns on your slip for your full season, you're going to be watching a little bit different on Sundays. And once you see the fucking Rams in the red zone, you're going to be a little edge of your chair waiting for that touchdown to hit.
Yeah.
I like this one. I would almost bump this up to 1.5 rushing touchdowns if they had it. But this is one that I think I'm not going to call it a lock, but this one feels like the funnest bet possible.
No, it is. It is absolutely. You know what? You've proven a point, and I think one people, I hope they don't forget to realize, but Sean McVay is the offensive mastermind in football. He's been for a while. The one, him and Shanahan, LaFleur, all those ones that using emotions and stuff. Puka Nacua is a weapon. Is a weapon in this field, especially with Devontae Adams now. So using him in the slot maybe more. Maybe even putting him underneath and just running a sweep literally in goal line won't hurt you. Kyron Williams is going to take a lot of, obviously, the load of the carries. But Puka Nacua on a jet sweep and maybe in 5-yard line, goal line situations, that's not going to hurt you. I definitely think he gets a rushing touchdown this season. I think that's a great bet. And, hey, Puka Nacua is going to show you why he's Weapon X for the Rams. So.
Yeah.
Easy on that. Yeah. And he's wearing his college number 2, so that means it's going to be a breakout year, right? We would think so, So come on. But
come on, Puka.
Come on, Puka. Let's see. My one that I want to do on an over and is the most reliable, I think, over even compared to Josh Allen. Mike Evans. You're going
I saw this one. I almost faded this one too.
Mike Evans has not missed 1,000 yards season since he's entered the league, and he is the guy. He has been the guy. That guy deserves to be in Canton one day. Do not get it twisted. Mike Evans has been the longevity receiver, and he is, since he's entered the league, 2014 for 10 years, now going to his 11th year. He hit 1,004 yards last season. And you know what? The over says, is it just over 1,000 yards? Hell yeah, it's going to be over 1,000 yards. They'll even throw that little hitch route right to him to break, even if it's 1,002. Mike Evans, book it. That's my over. If I have anything to bet for it, that's the guy. Baker Mayfield still show love to number 13 every day, even though they got a stacked receiver room, which, dude, honestly, people are sleeping on that room, dude.
I think Ibuka's going to be a monster with Godwin out.
Yeah, they're sleeping on that room, dude. And that's the last thing I want to say. Is just I want to mention this. No more tangents. But Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, you got the guy from Ibuka, and then you got Jalen McMillan. So you got 4 stacked dudes that can do something. Hey, Tampa Bay, you're gonna love this season. So Mike Evans over.
Baker gonna love this. I think I'm gonna be honest, bro. This feels like a trap. That feels like such a trap. Does it not, though? Obviously, Mike's hit it every year, but it feels like that's one of those lines that they put on there so that people know. Everybody knows Mike Evans gets 1,000 every year. That seems like a trap. That shit was scary to me. And last year, it was kind of scary too because it didn't look like he was going to hit it for most of the year. I don't know. I thought about betting on this one, and I was like, dude, I'm not going to touch this. I was stressing. I'm not going to touch that one.
No, I had to. I have to pay respects to a great. And yes, people might think, oh, wow, you're delusional. Why are you doing this to yourself? No, look it's my first year getting back into the betting type stuff. And I feel like this over needs to happen. It's just paying homage. It might be a big trap, but I'd rather be more stable to know, hey, Mike Evans is a 1,000-yard receiver. Book it. And yeah. But yeah, man. What do you got? What's your next one, Ant?
My next one, I'll go with. I feel like I've given a lot of unders. Let's chase an over here. I really like this one. I'm not too big of a fan of this player. I thought he was overpaid this offseason. But Brock Purdy over 3,850 passing yards. I think he goes for 4K this year. They have the weakest schedule ever. The toughest defenses they play are Chicago and Houston, which are good defenses, but they only have to play them once. Other than that, it's a lot of weak teams and weak defenses. I think he kills 4,000 yards this season. And they're not going to be great, so I think they're going to be in a lot of shootout games. And his line's 38.50. So if he hits 38.50, that would be his low for all his seasons as a starter.
38.50, huh?
That seems low, right?
Yeah, and I think it is because, again, like you say, a lot of shootouts. We'll see. We'll see.
He'll get the yards. When Jawan Jennings was his wide receiver one last season, he was putting up good games. So I don't love Brock Purdy as a quarterback, but you're not betting on his skill. You're betting on can he hit 38-50 yards, and I think he can quite easily. I'm not.
Yeah, because he's got the. Yeah. No,
I wouldn't be surprised if he threw for like 41 to 44, bro. Like I think he could have those types of monster numbers next season.
But the biggest factor with him is, hey, what Brock Purdy are we getting? Are we getting Brock Purdy coming off an injury and trying to stay healthy? Are we getting Brock Purdy with the system losing all your receivers and trying to figure it out? So, that's a great one to have. I honestly think. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of Brock Purdy. He's got a lot of proof still in this league. And we'll see. But that's a great over to have, man. My biggest one on my over, I'll take one, I feel like, is this. I have the first pick in my fantasy draft tonight.
Okay.
And you know damn well who I'm picking.
I don't.
Who they gonna beat them Bengals? Nobody when Jamar Chase has over 10.5 touchdowns. He had 17 last season.
Okay.
17. The year before that, 9. Okay, this is great. Why? Well, you already know it's the undeniable connection of Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. And what they do is just unstoppable. You literally can double team Jamar Chase. Joe Burrow will find him. It doesn't matter. And I think that's something that's big. 17 touchdowns. Sorry, in 2022 he had 9. 2023 he had 7. Doesn't matter. I'm betting this over. I think he's going to do it again. That's why he's going to be my number one pick tonight. Book it. Jamar Chase over 10.5 touchdowns receiving.
I like the touchdowns line, but I'm going to talk about your point with my next player as well because I have Jamar Chase on mine, but I took Jamar Chase's under on 1338 receiving yards.
Okay.
I agree with you. As a talent, I think Jamar Chase is either 1 or 2 best receiver in football. You could go either way, really. And he's playing with Joe Burrow, but I do feel like him and Joe Burrow are always playing hurt. Either they miss games because they're hurt, or there's always something with them, right? And I think 1338 is a high bar for somebody with that. I would love to just watch Jamar Chase next year and enjoy how good he is, but the injuries thing is a little scary. Other than that, as a talent, he's one of the best in the league. I needed advice.
No.
Dude, what's up, Go?
Yeah. Let's hear Mr. Go. Mr. Go, you want advice? Here, my boy Ant's going to roll the dice right here. Here you go. Roll the dice, Ant. Go give him the advice on this.
20-man draft, I would say take a quarterback early. There's my tip. Don't get stuck with Tua.
Okay, what though? What round? What round?
Round 1. I'm an
round 1. Oh, my
leagues. I take quarterback round 2. I take quarterback early, bro, because I get I've played so many leagues where you lose because you don't have a good quarterback. I would rather just take Lamar, take Josh Allen, and you know what you're getting. When you take McCaffrey early or any of these guys where they're also injury prone, you know Lamar and Josh Allen are going to play 17 games.
Oh my God, I'm clipping this. Yes, you're right. But is this PPR, right? This is PPR?
Whatever. Listen, this is my take though. Let me
Yeah, let me hear this.
I am a good fantasy football player, so I could find good running backs and good receivers. The quarterbacks is hard to find a good one because if you don't get a top guy, you're stuck. But I mean, I've won leagues where I have Joe Burrow or Josh Allen. I think last time I won a league a year ago, Josh Allen was my quarterback, and then everything else just kind of it's good. They're gonna do their job. All I need is 12 to 15 from these guys. If you take Now, I'm not mad at Jamar or Justin Jefferson, and I'm not saying the way I do it is the way, but I trust my talent in finding guys later in the draft. So I would go quarterback early.
And waivers too, because people drop it thinking that, oh, whatever. Like, dude, I picked up Trey McBride last season, and oh my God, he saved me. I don't know who the hell dropped Trey McBride thinking, yeah, it's me dumb. Literally tore off the season the last 5-6 weeks. And you're right. I hear your plea. I think I picked quarterback 3 or 4 because I need the receivers stack up running backs. I still think they're going to be a decent quarterback by 3rd pick, 4th pick. But you're right. You're right. It's just like, I know when it comes down to it, I need those receivers. But yeah, segueing into that, that's going to cough about quarterbacks. I got you a good segue for him because this is the raw dog quarterback of the league, bro, that needs an MVP before he retires. And I hope he tries to make it to the bowl at least once because I root for him, grew up with him. Baker Mayfield.
Oh,
my dog, you're going over 29 and a half passing touchdowns. Hell yes, you got the team of receivers to do it, bro. You got it. And that's the clip of the day. And you know that. You know why? Because Baker Mayfield is the moxie guy. Look at Cleveland, screw them. They didn't give him a chance to do what he needed to do. Hey, the Rams, you gave him his opportunity. Perfect. The Panthers, you wasted his time, and he wasted yours because he said, nah, I want a Tampa Bay. I got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Buka, and I got Jalen McMillan. 29 and a half passing touchdowns. Baker Mayfield, book your trip. You might be in the MVP talk if that happens.
41 last year. He had 41 last year. 28 the year before that.
Book it. He's going to get the numbers, dude. I don't know how well they're going to do, but offensively, they will be up there. They will be up there scoring easily.
And they got good pass-catching backs, which is an underrated part of
Bucky Irvin. Who else they got on the second?
Rashad White still.
Yes.
And I believe they drafted.
And they got, what's his name? Their tight end, Cade
Otton.
Yeah. Dogs. Boom. There's my over. Sorry, I got energetic. I needed it.
I like that one. That's a good one. I'm not mad at that one whatsoever. I think those guys are guys that are going to get you those numbers. And Baker Mayfield, obviously 41, and now he's at 29. That feels like the way we were talking about Travis Kelce, or I was saying that he's never gone 800. How's his line 700? Feels like that with Baker, where his line was 41 last season. Now it's down to 29. Could be a trap, but I'll fall for that trap every time. I'd rather root for Baker than root against him, I'll tell you a guy that I would – let's go with one of my overs. I'll tell you a guy I'll root for, and that's Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels' passing yards line is 34-25. I think he's a guy that at some point in his career is going to throw for over 4,000. He's playing with Terry McLaurin. Like, I just think I'd rather be early on this. I think he's going to hit 4,000 at some point. Jaden Daniels. Simple. That feels like a safe-ass pick.
No, it's safe. But you know what? Look at Jaden Daniels is also going to be in the MVP conversation. He stays healthy. Jaden Daniels is the one that was scaring people. He brought the no-name Commanders back to life, resurged them, resuscitated them CPR, and they said, JD5, JD5. Boom! And he went in there, and he did what he needed to do, bro. So look at, you said Dart will be a good fantasy? I don't know, man, because that's a gunslinging type of guy that needs to learn. Jaden Daniels is your safe pick. He's there, you take him. Baker's there, you take him. Look at, you need these guys that get you points and they know how to play ball. And those are breeds of quarterbacks that play ball. I don't care. Look at Baker Mayfield throws a pick. Yes, that happens. But he scores again. He's the modern day Brett Favre of athleticism. That's exactly who he is. He's athletic as hell. He's gritty. And then Jaden Daniels, bro, him and Lamar Jackson are going to be arguably saying who's really going to be the most athletic quarterback, because JD5 is pretty damn athletic. We haven't even seen him to his full athleticism yet. At LSU, we got a clip of it. We got a clip of it a little bit later. This is the breakout year. They say sophomore slump. No, I say sophomore bump. Bump it up and say this. JD5 can be that MVP in the top 2, bro, because we don't know. We don't know. And that's not glazing the kid. The kid knows how to play ball, and he's from Cali. And I'm proud to see from a guy from San Bernardino doing what he needs to do. So I like that pick, man. I love that pick.
34 is low, too. I said he could throw for 4,000. He doesn't even need it. Bro, he could throw for 35, and he hits the over. That just seems like a lot. And I think pure dart will be a good quarterback for fantasy because he's playing with Malik Neighbors. Like that should make. I'll be a good fantasy quarterback if Malik Neighbors was my wide receiver one.
You
Zach,
will because he's amazing, bro.
who is your next guy on your list? I got one over and one. Oh, actually, I got two unders left. I didn't see that one.
No, my give me 1 second. My guy, my last ending off my quarterbacks. Your favorite quarterback, and your favorite quarterback.
Go CJ.
Mr. Lamar Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Lamar Jackson, talked about him a little bit before. I was trying to pick up his stats rushing right now, which ESPN, please make your thing more accessible. There we go. Finally. Perfect. All right. Last year, he had 915 rushing yards.
Damn.
Last year before that, 821. So the over on this, 763 and a half rushing yards, disrespectful. That needs to be a little bit more higher. That's why I'm picking the over. Lamar Jackson is still the most athletic quarterback he literally had. And you're right, Ant. He literally had almost the best quarterback season we've seen in a minute, bro. 41 touchdowns last, 4 picks. The guy's literally being great. What is happening? Oh, that's ESPN being weird. Sorry. Anyways, rushing yards, that's over. 763. Book it, bro. Book it. Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. There was I got echo again.
You do?
You hear me? Yeah, there's a little echo. Wait, never mind.
1 sec. Oh, you're good.
Okay. 763, right? In 2021 and 2022, that man hoops, obviously, but he was injured. He played 12 games, and both of those seasons he hit over that number in 12 games. So in a full season, I think that feels like a lock. I will say he doesn't rely on his legs as much as he used to, but he also doesn't really need to. He's been killing lately. So shout out. Oh, there we go. We got a lock in the chat. What's up, Isaiah?
Isaiah Jimenez, locked down, right? Okay. Hey, Lamar Jackson. I put him as the number 1 seed. Remember that. I'm going to keep saying that. I said the number 1 seed for a reason. You want to see somebody that's on the pinnacle of his career to go win a Super Bowl? It's damn right now, dude. It's damn right now. He's got to do it. He's got to do it. This is the year. This is the year, Ravens fans. Block Nation. That's why I picked him. I'm willing to bet my lifeline. I'm willing to bet my trust and ethical decisions on Lamar Jackson. And that's coming from a Josh Allen type fan. I respect Lamar Jackson.
And he's only 28 next year. Like he's not aging. You know, I like that one a lot. 760. I would lock that in too. I might throw that in one of mine, honestly. Let's go with a weird one I got here. I got DJ Moore's under on 6.5 receiving touchdowns next season. I think you got so many weapons there now between Cole Kmet, Colson Loveland, Roma Dunze, Luther Burden. Like they drafted another receiver this year. There's rumors that it's time for them. They want to give up DJ Moore. They want to get off of him. He's on a stupid large contract that made sense for when Justin Fields was there. 6.5 touchdowns. I think it's time for him to get up out of there. We don't know what the situation's going to be next season, so I'm fading him. Fade. Lamar won't win. Disrespectful.
I don't know about that. I mean, he literally had the best postseason we saw, bro, and it was not his fault.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews with his diabetes, and I know because I have a family member with diabetes. Don't put the disrespect on somebody that had a great postseason. We haven't seen enough from him yet. So, Mr. Angle, we can have a conversation later. A while when the season goes awry because, hey, if they don't make you can give me my 2 weeks notice on RTP, and I barely joined the squad. But I know Lamar Jackson will be back in the postseason, and he will make noise one more time and time again. You never know, okay? John Harbaugh is still that guy who has been that guy with this nation. Anyways, yes, you're right. DJ Moore, I don't know, but Ben Johnson's a guru. And you know what? You're right. He's going to spread the ball. DJ Moore, I feel sorry for you, man, because at the end of the day, we're still waiting for the breakout pinnacle wide receiver 1. You've been there. You've done it a little bit, but it's not the solidify we all need. So that's a great take.
Django, are you a Josh Allen fan? I just want to know.
Oh. Yeah, I hope not, because I'm a Josh Allen fan giving Lamar Jackson his flowers because I appreciate the guy. I appreciate him. I played the position. I wish I was even a tenth of that athleticism. Bro could eat bars of gummy bears, straight junk food, still run that fast, bro. So
Yeah, I like the DJ Moore one a lot. I think Caleb Williams has a better year, but I don't think it's because of DJ Moore. I think there's a lot there offensively. And again, DJ Moore's a guy. The year I won fantasy, DJ Moore was that guy for me. But I don't see it anymore, bro. He had a very bad year last year with not a lot there, and now it feels like that receiver room just got so much better. Last season, he had 6 touchdowns, and I don't think it will get better than last season. So.
Yeah, so all my unders, all my overs are done, and now
okay,
it's just
going into some hate now.
But you know what? Let's tag Boom Fantasy for this one. Let's tag Boom Fantasy for this one, Ant.
Okay.
You know why?
Okay. Read the read.
Hey, code RTP right here. You can win up to almost $100. You know why? Because this one might be a big hot take. And you know why? Look it. The Browns. Thank you, Boom. High five. Hey, the Browns had 5 quarterbacks coming into this season, right? They had Joe Flacco. Now he's a starter. You had Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, injured Deshaun Watson, who, my God, there's your career. Boop, bye. And Kenny Pickett. Super Bowl winning Kenny Pickett. Yeah, you sat the bench, my boy. I mean, look, you got your ring. You did your job. You're back up. Boom. Go where you need to go with the Raiders. Have fun. Jerry Jeudy.
Okay.
Taking under.
Okay.
Receiving. Jerry Jeudy. I'm sorry. Your quarterback room. I love Joe Flacco. I think he's great. But I think you haven't done much. You only had.
What's his line at?
4 touchdowns. 3.5. 3.5 receiving touchdowns.
Ooh, I don't know about that, bro.
I'm doing under. Look, he had 4 last year. Barely broke it. The Broncos, 2 the year before that. And then the first year was with 6. It's inconsistent, bro. It's inconsistent. If he breaks 4 again, fine. I'm wrong. But I'm thinking under. I think he gets only 3.
Bro, like, I don't like that one because if he has one game this season where he has 2 touchdowns, you feel like your bet's screwed. You know?
Yeah, you're right. But aren't the Browns screwed in general? That's why I did that. I threw away a bet, and I was just like, you know what? Screw this bet. Because at the end of the day, he hasn't shown me that he can be that dude, man. Jerry Jeudy, I feel bad.
He was last year.
No, he was. Yardage-wise, man. Yardage-wise. Yeah.
You just found a Brown and faded?
Yes, 1,229 rushing yards. Rushing yards. Oh, my God. Receiving yards. Excuse me. Drinking Kool-Aid right there. But look, he's done good with the receiving yards. When it comes to the end zone, he's literally a ghost, bro. He's literally a ghost. So we'll see.
On the Browns, who are the guys that would go over him as far as the touchdown goes? If you're in the red zone, you target Njoku, you give the ball to Judkins, and that's probably it.
No, you're right. But I think Njoku is a bigger target in the end zone as long as he doesn't drop the ball. You know, I think when I'm looking at their depth chart, keep talking. Other teams, it doesn't matter. I mean, Joe Flacco can put other people in no name like Cedric Tillman. You know, you got Jamari Thrash. I mean, these guys that are coming back up. I think, Joe Flacco is known to throw people around. Don't get me wrong. Jerry Jeudy is a wide receiver 1, but I feel like the ball is going to be spread around.
I'm not mad at it, and I agree. I think they're going to spread it around there. I just think out of everybody on that team, he's most likely to be open in the end zone. So
yeah, you're right.
I might fade you on that. I'm not going to lie. I might take the over on that one. Okay. Because I fuck with Jeudy. I'm fading you twice today. I faded you on Kelsey, and I'm fading you on this one, I think.
That's good. Hey, I'll take the 2. That's what makes the show, man. Thank you, Nick Corso, for what you've done. And he always used to say, not so fast, my friend. Not so fast. Because at the end of the day, the numbers talk. You know it. We know it. He paved the way for guys like us to do what we do. And Nick Corso right here, he gave me that vibe. He's like, bring the controversy. I literally saw a YouTube video about it. So, anyways, who's your next under or over, Ant?
I'm going to give you my last over, and then I'll save my last under for the last guy.
Got you.
Last over is going to be Jonathan Taylor, over 1,175 rushing yards. I think this is a lock damn near. This dude is a monster. I feel like we forgot about how good he is. There's a lot of talk now of like Bijan and Jahmyr Gibbs, but Jonathan Taylor's in that tier with those guys. Saquon is in a tier of his own. You got to put Jonathan Taylor with these guys because he's a monster. He just hasn't had the opportunities that these guys have had, and he's not, like we talked about with Breece Hall, he's not that fun new toy that everyone's super excited about. So I got to show love to JT. I think he's going to go. Are you frozen on me? Did I freeze? Raiders total wins. What's that line at? Who's frozen on here? Is it just Zach that's frozen? Are we still live? Are we still live, chat? Let me know. Looks like it. Yeah. What's the Raiders total wins at? Zach, you might have to leave and come back. As far as Jonathan Taylor goes, I think now I'm here. All right, bet. I think now playing with Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson, it's going to elevate him, bro. We saw dudes like Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins have career years with Lamar Jackson. Playing with a rushing quarterback helps rushing running backs because they get Zach frozen. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me go. Sorry. I would take that. Raiders at 6.5, bro. I think they could be a good team next year. I think they're sneaky. Bro, I got so much shit for having Geno in my top 10 quarterbacks. I don't know why that's such a hot take to people, bro. Geno Smith is so nice. He really is like that. And I think, like, if he could win, I don't know how many they won with the Seahawks last season, but I think it was more than 6. I think the Raiders team looks even better because they have a competent O-line. You have Ashton Genty. You have Jacoby Myers is cool, but Brock Bowers will get you there. Brock Bowers is enough for a wide receiver room in his lonesome. Damn, dude, what do I do, Chad? Do I wait for Zach to come back, or do I finish off my list? We're going to see what happens. As far as team bets go, I'm telling y'all, North Carolina tonight is going to be at least a lot of fun to bet on. They play TCU, Belichick's first game, coaching. You gotta show love to the boy. Gotta show love. They just fucking got the copyright for Gold Digger for his wife, so he's gonna go off. Simply put, that's the lock of the century. North Carolina, at least take. I think it's like plus 4.5 tonight. Got to bet on Belly. There we go. We got Zach back in the room.
Bro, you know what that means? That means my karma was so bad to the point where they just said, "You said Jerry Jeudy was gonna do that." Nah, bro, you're cooked. So I got cooked.
They did cook you. Where did you hear me talk about Jonathan Taylor at all or no?
No. So he said over Jonathan Taylor 1,175 rushing yards. That's what I heard.
Yes, correct. I think him playing with rushing quarterbacks is going to benefit him greatly. Last season when it wasn't Anthony Richardson, it was – I don't even remember that dude's name. You remember his name? That little white guy that was the quarterback for the Colts for a bit?
Sam Ehlinger.
Yeah, it was fucking Sam Ehlinger last year.
What do you mean you don't know who he is? Texas quarterback Sam Ehlinger, bro? What?
I don't remember his name. He was weak. Look, when you're playing with Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones, whether you like those guys or not, you got to respect them on the ground. And when you play with a running quarterback, it's a lot easier for the running back to get involved because everyone's so worried about the quarterback. So Jonathan Taylor is going to break off those big runs. I think he's in that tier with Bijan and Jahmyr Gibbs as far as talent goes. I just think those guys are a little younger, so they get the hype a little bit. But I really believe that Jonathan Taylor is going to have another big year. He's just a killer, man. It's all health with him. That's the only real big concern. But as far as talent goes, we know what he is, and I think he's going to have at least 12 to 1,300 rushing yards next season.
No, I agree. And you're saying, look, if he stays healthy, Jonathan Taylor can do what he can do, then by all means.
Yeah.
By all means. The Colts need to answer. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
His 2 seasons where he played – last season he wasn't even healthy. But his 2 most healthy seasons, I guess, he had 1,400 last season, and then his sophomore year he had 1,800 on the ground alone.
The guy's proven himself. He's proven himself when he's healthy, and I think he just needs to stay healthy. That's the hard part. Again, with running backs, man, they just –
yeah.
They're so treasured. People don't realize they're honestly the treasure of the NFL. You have a great back that can relieve the pressure off of your quarterback. you're golden, dude. You're golden. And that's what Jonathan Taylor can be when he's healthy. So, yeah, I think – and you got the over on that, you said.
I'll take the over on that. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, here are my other my under. This is a former Cowboy. And what I feel about him, Tony Pollard, 5.5 rushing touchdowns. I got you under.
Wow.
Yes.
I don't hate that.
That's not being rude. That's just being honest. I love Pollard. I love what he's done, but Tennessee is looking like hot garbage right now, man. He got 5 touchdowns last season. So
Stop it.
maybe he drops back. I mean, 1,079 yards he got. He barely cracked 1,000. I appreciate Tony Pollard. I really do. That's my guy. I've always had respect for him. I just think Tennessee is hot garbage right now, man. I think they are. And I like Cam Ward, but Tennessee, like without Mike Vrabel and what they were doing in that scheme, it's looking like I don't know what it's looking like, man. That's what's coming out of my mouth. It's not been great. It's not been great. And for him to have 5 touchdowns, that's a career low. He literally had 6 before, then 9 before that with us, with 9. And I think at the end of the day, like, he has to bounce back. Prove me wrong. I want this bet to be waste. I threw this bet as another throwaway, him and Judy. I want these guys to prove me wrong because they're dogs, bro. They haven't gotten the opportunity they need, and they've been on crappy teams. So we'll see. But I got him on under right now. I think he gets 5 again because it says 5.5. So,
Chad, what do we think? I want to know what Chad thinks about this because I'm kind of at a loop with this, right? I think there's obviously a lot of hype for them about Tajay Spears, but I think at the end of last year, I feel like that kind of died down, and I feel like we kind of realized what he is. And Tony Pollard's a guy that every season he's gotten more touches than the season before that. And Tajay Spears is hurt. I don't think any of their receivers are really end zone threats.
Yeah, this was high career.
I'm fading you. I'm fading you.
3 today, huh? 3?
I'm fading you because last season, this dude got 6 touchdowns with Will Levis as his quarterback. I think Cam Ward's going to get him to the end zone a lot more efficiently than that. I don't think they're going to be nice or nothing like that, but I think he gets 6 there. I think 6 bare minimum, bro. Like,
so he beats the 5. So he beats 5.
I think he beats 5. I think he clears 5. That's where I'm at. I think I would bet that too. Like, I like that bet. Opposite of you. You feel what I'm trying to say though? Like, there is just not a line.
Of course, I feel what you're trying to say, man. Of course. I just think like it sucks because it's like I wish he was on any other team. Guy would be a prime bet. You put him on the Eagles O-line. You put him on the Ravens. You put him on the Chargers. You put him on something else. Like the Titans O-line is like that's it. I'm wiping my face because it's that bad.
Not even that, bro. Listen to this. The Titans quarterbacks threw 22 touchdowns last season, and they threw 21 interceptions. Like, Cam Ward's just not doing that. I refuse to believe Cam Ward's doing that.
No, he won't. He won't throw that many picks.
That's a lot.
Like, wow.
Think about it. That's 21 possessions thrown away that could have ended up being Tony Pollard touchdowns.
Hey, and Will Levis still has a job too, man. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, he's a good kick holder.
That's crazy to me. Like, I laughed so hard because, yes. No, you're right. We'll see. What's the next one you got? What's your under?
Let me hear this comment really quick. Tyler Warren and Ladd McConkey season-long over reception yards. Tyler's 550. Ladd is like 1050. I like Tyler's. Ladd, I would wait on it a little bit. I don't know how to feel about that yet. Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if Ladd went over 1050, but I don't know if I would put my bread on it.
Ladd McConkey is literally great, though. He's going to have a better season than last season, I feel like. I honestly do.
I do too, but you just don't know. He's too young, But Tyler 550 seems like that's like bum numbers. He'll hit that over. My last bet that I have is Sam Darnold under 3,350 passing yards. I just think with that Seahawks O-line, Sam Darnold shown last season that when the Vikings O-line got beat up, he couldn't survive. And that Seahawks O-line is one of the worst O-lines we've honestly ever seen since the year 2000. So I don't think he survives there. I don't think he can handle it. Now, do I love JSN? Absolutely. And I think JSN could put up some numbers this year, but I don't think Sam Darnold handles the pressure well at all. And I think he gets killed. Simple.
No, and you're absolutely right. Look, I love Sam Darnold, bro. He's been a great guy to watch. I've been a USC fan my whole entire life. I think, I the only other team has seen the Rose Bowl win, Sammy D, bro. And I think the one thing about him, like last year, the blitz is his weakness. That's the only thing. The blitz and pressure is Sam Darnold's weakness. He will dissect you if you do not rush 5, 6 dudes. He will kick your butt. And you're right, but the Seahawks defense is Seahawks offensive line is disgusting. It's atrocious. The Cowboys and them are the same exact household numbers right now of O-line, what I feel like right now. And I feel bad for Kenneth Walker. I feel bad for people that have to run into that O-line.
Yeah, dude, what a talent he is. Like, if he played on a good O-line, bro, he might be a 1,400 yard running back, Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, he's a dog, bro. He's a dog. And we'll see. We'll see. But, that's very likely. And, again, that's another quarterback controversy. When do you pull Sam Darnold out? Put Jalen Monroe in? It's like that. But I think Sam Darnold deserves his job the whole season. I personally think.
I agree with you.
He proved himself last year. He is not the problem, but he needs to fix his weakness. Okay? That's what I feel. My last under. Now, we talked about this guy, and one of my good friends is a big Patriots fan. And I'm going to put this off the table right here. And what I've had him in fantasy before. I've had what he's done, but this guy has literally fallen off the map of football. He had a great sophomore season.
I know who you're talking about. I already know who you're talking about.
And he rushed for 1,040 in 2022 and 5 touchdowns, but he had the most rushing touchdowns of his career last season. But the guy could not stay on the field for the life of himself. Ramondre Stevenson. Okay. Ramondre Stevenson. I want to see his line because I don't want to. I'm going to bet off of – I don't know if they have a line for rushing yards. I thought they did. But they said rushing touchdowns, 5.5. I would pick the over on that. I put under because that's wrong. I think that's like the most outrageous take I've taken. But if Boom Fantasy, I want to make a plea. If they have a line for rushing yards on him, I'm taking the under 100%. Okay. 100%. But right now, my under was the rushing touchdowns, and I'm definitely not taking that take because he literally had 7 last year and he had 4 the year before. I think he surpasses it. So
let me ask you.
Yeah.
If we're saying you would take the under on his rushing yards, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll set the line at 700. Would you go under that? Last season 800, the year before that 619, and then 1,000, and then 600.
Yes.
You'd go under
500? Lackluster, inconsistent. You want to talk about the most inconsistent back?
Facts.
It's Ramondre Stevenson in rushing yards.
Yeah.
He is a dog when he's on the field and goal line, all these things he can catch, all this. But if I get one good shot, one good hit, is he getting back up?
Let's play again. 650. Are you going over or under?
Going over that.
Okay.
Going over that. 650 is for sure likely on his mound because he's surpassed the 600 range, and then last year's 8-1. And I think I got to see how many games he played last season, because on this, let me see how many games he played. I want to say it was double digit, but he's still
15 last season.
Yeah, 15. So I was saying, like the guy stayed relatively well, but still 800 one rushing.
He's the guy that always gets rattled too, like where he'll play a game, but he'll be hurt in that game, And a point that I feel like you haven't made that I think is going to kill him next year. They got Trevion Henderson. Like that's a guy that I would not be surprised if he ends up the starting running back by the end of the season. And he probably should.
I 100% agree. Look, Mike Vrabel loves his running backs, and he's going to pick the most valuable back that's going to give him the yards and going to give him Drake Mays better. Because look, with Mike Vrabel, all about him is his defense, but it's also about the rushing attack. He had Derrick Henry. He had a king rushing horse. And you know what he's going to do? He's going to like, look, I need that back that's not going to be rattled. I don't play with that. He had Tajay Spears too. I don't play with rattled backs. And Ramondre Stevenson, hey, another guy, like they talk about Justin Fields. They talk about, you said Breece Hall too. This is your year, man. You want to stay relatively well in the league? This is your year to show what you got. So I'm going to check on Boom Fantasy later on today if they have a under for rushing yards for him, because that's the one I might fix another under and just update it, and you can put
it's
that
at 6. Okay, wait. His line right now is at 625, and I agree with you, Poker. I think Trayvon's going to be the starter. 625. Are you going under that? You said you'd go over 650.
You know what? Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do 625 under because I need another under, unless I can find one right now real quick.
He could be like a dude that like falls out the league, you know?
No, yeah, and he could. If I can see another under right now that's more valuable for my last one, then I'm going to take that because I think what I've seen is very inconsistent. And, yeah, man, I think he's really, really hurt his chances in the league, man. And again, yes, that's also out of his control, but it's also been out in his control of rattleness. He's been in the league for a while already. He's been in a system. He's been with this team for all of his career. He should know already by now, okay, this and this, you know. But we'll see. I think I might take that.
Too.
Yes, that's the also issue. He's a turnover cat, man. Can't stay with that.
Let's do this though. Okay, I got this bet on my phone. All right, on Boom Fantasy. Let me pop it up. On Boom Fantasy, they have the pick and spin feature. Right, 2-leg parlay could cash you out 500 times your money. What I'm gonna do is lock in this 2-leg parlay. We're gonna spin the wheel. I hate betting unders. Most lines always seem a bit conservative. I feel the opposite. I feel like they're all traps, bro. I feel like you should under everything because most people bet the over. But anyway, I took Tony Pollard over 5.5 rushing touchdowns. I faded you, and I like my Sam Darnold bet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the entry and spin, and let's see where we cash out. All right?
Okay.
Here we go. I don't know if that's a good focus, but we got the wheel spinning. It's a little bright, but where are we at? 3.5? See, there we go. A 2-leg parlay on most platforms is around 3 times your money, probably less than that. We get a 3.5 for free pretty much. And again, there is 2x on this wheel, but there's also 500, man. So if you're a 2-leg bettor, I feel like this is the best app to do that. I think the bigger ones, go find your app, whatever works for you. But Boom also has things that would benefit you, like free bets and stuff like that. They have like an XP bar. I'm telling you guys, I was using Boom before they sponsored the show. I think this is the best betting app out there. So
you gotta tell them. You gotta tell them because Boom Fantasy can win you. Could win you up to $100. It could win you. It could make you feel great. And you know what? If Boom Fantasy becomes popping up like
wait. I'm gonna cut you off. You can't say it can make you feel great. I feel like that's pushing the line of like betting addiction a little bit. We gotta play a little safe. Boom Fantasy will dig you out of the hole you're in, man. If you're down a lot of money, if you got bookies and stuff, you bet on Boom Fantasy, you're guaranteed to make money. No. Redacted. Boom Fantasy is just
that's fine. But you know what? Boom Fantasy can be that app that you want it to be if you put the effort in. And look at, you went up to $100. We're telling you the bets, they're pretty much safe. There's some little traps in there, but not as bad. They're pretty wild. So you know what? Hey, keep this up because we got some good unders. So you're cashing in. You said Sam Darnold. You said Tony Pollard. You're fading me on that.
That's my 2-legger. That's
a 2-legger bet.
And then I bet on North Carolina tonight. I love best ball, but I don't got the bread to be triple drafts deep, bro. I love best ball, though. It's so fun. I wish we had a best ball sponsorship, too. Hey, I just want to say this before we wrap up the show because we ran a little long today. So our new schedule now for streaming is Mondays. Me and Zach will be live talking football, talking about what happened in the week. We'll be live right after Monday Night Football wraps up. On Tuesdays, I'm going to be recording baseball, so I don't know what days those are going to be dropping, but we're still going to have baseball every week. On Thursdays, me and Phil will be live talking about basketball after 5 p.m. And then on Sunday mornings before football starts, I will be live talking bets that morning. So we got all that for you guys. It's a bunch of content. We're kind of on a different schedule. It's not the daily streams anymore, but it's going to be a lot more stream content just because started a new job. It's going to be exhausting. Bro, you know how you said today we should start later so I could sleep in because we were talking about that? Dude, I woke up at 5:30 this morning.
This guy's ringing, bro. Look at content people. He's literally for you. He's for the people right now. He literally got at 5:30 a.m. He's like, time to run the play. I got to figure it out, bro. And he's working, bro. We're both working people. We're trying to get in this industry. Hey, you know where to find us. At Run the Play Network. You know where to find me at Game Time Gretch on Instagram and YouTube. But you know what? Hey, we're trying to make this show all about you. You want to give us requests of what you want to talk about during the week too? Tell us, because we want to make this interactive, okay? Yeah. But also, look, Ant is once in a generation, bro. He's giving you his heart and soul as a working bro. So, hey, keep it up, Ant. What do you want to tell the last words to the people, bro?
Hey, Poker Guts, we took the Baker over. We talked about that earlier. Shout out you. So that means I want to say this. On Monday nights, bro, and I feel like a lot of streamers do a bad job at this, but me and Zach are going to make an effort to be responding to your comments the whole show. So we're talking to you guys. We're talking to each other, obviously. I'm excited for week 1 of football. I can't wait to watch some football. Hopefully, I'll be there Sunday to watch my Texans take on the Rams in LA. But, yeah, man, that's what we're all about, man. We're about you guys. At this point, bro, realistically, I don't got to be doing this no more, but I love talking about sports, and my job isn't in the sports world the way I wanted. So I'm going to be locked in on this because this is my outlet, and I want to have these communities that we could talk and do all this. So, again, I want to say this. Join the Discord so you can play in our fantasy football league. Join the Discord if you know ball, because we do trivia every day, every month. We just go out there and kill. So make sure you guys do all that. It's the best way to support us. And, yeah, like Zach said, hopefully we could cook and make this a thing and make this a show for the people, for y'all. That's all I got, man. Make sure you guys check us out. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, all that. Zach, anything else you want to say?
Last thing. Thursday night is starting it today. 5:20 p.m. Thursday night. It's the Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles. The defending Super Bowl champs versus America's team. Yes, you might hate that, but you know what? That's what it's been. Who's going to get it? Most likely, I'll be honest, the Eagles. I want a close game, but at the end of the day, hey, we go to Philly. Brotherly love. I don't want to see that brotherly shove. This is Run the Play Network. Game Time Gretch with you. We will see you next time on Monday.